We are delighted to have Bhavik Mehta, Deputy Head of Research at Century Financial. Thank you so much, Mr. Bhavik, for being with us as usual. Let us talk today about the movement that we are having in the Emirati indices. To what extent we still have further space to have new targets for the indices.
First of all, thank you for having me on the show. Currently, what we are really witnessing is both the indices stuck at the major technical resistance levels. So, if we talk about the Dubai DFM index, there's a crucial resistance zone at the 4,300 to the 4,400 level channel zone. Similarly, for the Abu Dhabi index, a major headline resistance happens to be near the 9400 to 9500 zone. So indices getting stuck at major technical levels. Uh, Overall recovery cues have been very positive over the last 2 to 3 months of trade. Both the indices have recovered in the range of 6 to 7%. So much depends upon how this technical clearance actually takes place. And macro wise, I would say the earnings have been pretty much good. So we are really waiting for a big upside momentum breakout.
Bhavik, if we look at what we have seen of the valuations and the values of the tradings today, Abu Dhabi index, to what extent are we keeping the same values and high liquidity, and to what extent it supports the movements that we had for the tradings in today's markets?
When we specifically talk about the Abu Dhabi markets, the main benchmark anchor stock, that is the international holding company, tends to provide a big, I would say, direction for the rest of the stocks, because majority of the indirect companies, it also holds a majority stake on the major listed companies on the exchange. So despite the fact that the liquidity remains strong across both the indices, if we talk about the Abu Dhabi index, we need to have a strong recovery with the main benchmark, that is the IHC stock.
This is very true. We have seen that we are having a lot of movement lately in the markets. But if we look at the listing and the IPOs and the MDC, that group that is looking into having MDC Energy listed, to what extent today are we going to have this listing taking part of the liquidity from Abu Dhabi market in the coming period?
We do not expect any major pulling out of liquidity from the primary market to the secondary market, because if we look, the majority of the listings have already happened in the H1 of this year. So if we talk about major stocks like Spinneys, Parkin, even in the case of Abu Dhabi markets, the major listings have already happened. So we do not see that much of a momentum or the value, the money flow that is going to happen from the primary markets, secondary markets to the primary markets. The overall IPO issuance volume is suggested to be higher for Saudi Arabian markets more as compared to UAE. So liquidity wise, I think Abu Dhabi markets and the Dubai markets are going to be much more safer as compared to the Saudi markets.
Thank you so much for being with
Thank
us,
you.
Bhavik Mehta, Deputy Head of Research at Century Financial. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.